Hello peeps, long time no see. It's the time that we've all been waiting for. It is now the first week in March and we are due back to playing golf in England on the 29th of March. Yay! So if you're ready for this week, make sure you subscribe and like and comment and share, and then you can get next week's video when we add a little bit more to what we talked about today. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to it and ping it so you know when I'm on new videos. Turns out there's quite a few of us, me included, that are slightly anxious, are a bit nervous at going back, who haven't hit many balls, who haven't done much movement, who have watched TV for most of this lockdown, and you are the people that I want to chat to for the next 3 weeks to see what we can do to improve your golf, improve your confidence, and make sure you're enjoying your golf when you get back. Okay. So if you're like me, you haven't done a lot in golf, you bought the net about 12 months ago, you might have used it at the start of first lockdown, you might have used it at the start of second lockdown, and then third lockdown it rained so you didn't use it. So this has looked pretty in my back garden, but I haven't used it a lot. So the next 3 weeks I'm going to show you just a couple of little things to get you started so that there is no panic when we stand on the first tee on the 29th of March. Second time round, not used to charging batteries and stuff up. So what I was saying the first time, which got cut off, is 29th of March, we rock up, we haven't seen anyone forever, and we are buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Get your driver out on the first tee, and panic sets in. We haven't moved. We might have done a couple of swishes as just a token gesture, and we play around at 18, we've got tea booked at 7 AM the next day, and we are physically broken because we haven't been used to swinging a golf club. So what I'm going to suggest over this next 3 weeks is a couple of little drills, little exercises. If you have a net, brilliant. If you don't have a net, the movement's still fine, you don't need to have a net. I'm just using this to hit some balls into, but as long as we get you moving, and hopefully that'll just build a bit of confidence up, and you won't stand on the first tee you're still going to be nervous, everyone's nervous, but not as nervous as you would be without doing zero things. Okay, so I've got my almost balls to start off with, and we're just going to go through setup for me. We're just talking about my grip, making sure that that's in the right place, just making sure my hands are working again because they've not been working that great. So we're just going to put your left hand on top, right hand underneath, however you grip it, whether you overlap, whether you interlock, whether you baseball, doesn't matter. I just want you to get it consistent with every ball you hit, not just grab your club once and then keep scooping. So I've got my grip, I'm just going to try and get comfortable. So my back already just feels a bit sore. So from here, instead of us bending, we don't want to see this arch in with the back and don't want to see it too rounded, so we're just trying to feel this neutral straight back. So we've done your setup now, we've talked about how you hold it, we've talked about how you stand to it, potentially a little bit of ball position, but we're talking really just about small movements to start with. If you haven't seen my other YouTube videos on grip, posture, stance, backswing, downswing, they are already in the collection of videos. So if you want to just have a look at those, they're only like 10-15 minutes long, just to kind of have a recap. As good a golfer as you can be, or as you are at the moment, you can always look at the fundamentals and improve on those. Because of the net I've got, I'm going to start off with these almost golf balls. So what these are 30% balls. Some people talk about airflow balls. The point of this today, and for the next day and the next day and the next day, so let's say for the next 4 or 5 days, is I just get moving and make contact somewhere on the club, anywhere, doesn't matter where it goes to start off with, Don't freak out if you mishit it. But this is why I'm just trying to get you to swing and move first of all before you do anything. But doesn't matter where you hit off the club face to start with, we are just getting you moving. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but my movement probably isn't that great at the moment. So a couple of weeks ago, I fell over and twisted my ankle. Yes. And it's still not quite fixed. So I'm just, for me, actually coming back to golf slower and shorter is actually working better for me, because I can't go and smash a driver full on to start off with. I have to have this 7-8 week rehab of just short swings, so my short game's going to be mint. So that's what I would just say is just, yes, I know we're playing in 3 weeks' time, but it's like us all deciding that we want to run a marathon in 3 weeks' time. If you haven't been doing any or not a lot, try not to cram it in as much as we want to. It's not our last round of golf. Okay, this is just the start of the beginning, which is wonderful. So I just want you to remember that. We can't stress over this. This is supposed to be our fun time. We've had the stress. We've had the 365 days in the house. And from the 29th of March, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so I've hit my almost balls. And now I'm just going to start with hitting my normal golf balls that I use. So I'm going to just hit half a dozen of my balls. Only for the fact is they feel slightly different. They're going to react slightly different, and I just want to start getting the feel off the club face, what's going on. Like I said, this might take you 2, 3, 4 sessions before you actually hit any golf balls. It's okay. You just do it in your own time. The main thing is long term. We want to think long term. We don't want to think just for one day or the 29th of March. We want to think this year, next year, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to hit a few of these to start off with, and then just see how it goes and how it feels. So I might just do a couple of rehearsals of trying to get that feeling of my body turning and my body turning. Get my bigger muscles involved a bit more instead of So it's just that almost my zip, my sternum, my microphone, that's all turning. If you think about turning to the right, turning to the left, we've got to get you moving like this first of all. Tend to find to start off with we'll probably all be a bit flicky and a bit tilty, which we don't want. So like I said, have a camera maybe set up, or patio doors or something, so that you can see it from side on here. So side on you can kind of see posture, front on you can see what your grip's doing, you can see what your ball position's doing. You can probably see a small rabbit running around. Turn. It's not fast, it's not trying to belt the ball, it's us trying to move again. So that was 9 balls, I think. My count is rubbish. So 9 balls. That takes 2-3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. But I would say is really get obsessed with your posture and your setup again. Really make sure that that is nailed before you go and thinking all this swing stuff. Because as soon as your posture and grip aren't right and we start going all out with this, we're going to change it anyway, or we're going to injure ourselves, which we don't want to do. So if you see from that, I literally did no more than 20 swings today. And I'm going to do 20 swings tomorrow, and I'm going to do 20 swings the next day and the next day, just on that swing length. So if you want to call it half a swing or hip to shoulder height swing, whatever you want to class it as, that's what you want to do to start off with. You want to build it up. You want to make sure that you are comfortable with your setup, how you stand, how you hold it. You want to be comfortable with that you're moving, because if you can't move on a short shot, how on earth are you going to move on a big shot? So yeah, let's class it as session 1 today. I'm going to just make sure that you get back into golf before the 29th of March, and give yourself a little bit of time. And what I mean by that is just if you can give yourself 5 minutes a day, swinging a golf club, starting off short, building up to longer swings, I promise you by the 29th of March, 1, your confidence would have increased a little bit, and 2, hopefully you're not going to be injured. That's always a good thing. So yeah, let me know how you get on, and like I said before, make sure you subscribe if you like these videos, because that's really helpful for me, because then I know what you like and what you don't like. So yeah, subscribe, like, share, tell your people. Nice and easy, nice and basic, nice way to get you started again. See you next time.